This book is called The Wild Robot by Peter Brown. Imagine it is a horrible storm at sea, and there's a cargo ship that's being tossed back and forth, and the storm gets so bad that first the boxes of cargo on the deck start to slide off, and then the ship itself sinks. Some of those crates, they float in the ocean, some sink to the bottom, but some actually get washed up on an island. And it is now the next day, and the storm has stopped. The sun is out, and the animals of the island are all on the beach and the rocks above, looking at the debris that the storm has washed in. Many of the crates have been broken up, and those include metallic pieces that are all over, like a metal arm or leg or things like that, which is kind of weird. The animals can't really figure out what that is. But there's one box that appears to be mostly okay. And the animals kind of gather around that. Now the sun is beginning to shine a whole lot. The animals are trying to examine the box, and there's otters, and otters have very nimble hands and fingers, and they're pulling the box apart, and they discover this kind of cotton batting, and they pull that apart. And what they see is this cylindrical thing made of metal. And as they expose it to the sun, there's a solar battery in it that starts absorbing the energy from the sun. And what happens is click, click, whir, whir, and the animals move back. And robot, sorry. This happens. The robot emerges from the box and talks, says, "I am Roz, Unit 7134. You may call me Roz." The animals scatter. They're really afraid. They've not seen anything like this. This is not an animal. And Roz looks around and realizes she's not in the factory that she was meant to be working in. She was a robot that was specially programmed to work in a factory and work cooperatively with other robots. This is not a factory. She doesn't know what it is, but she knows she has to survive. And there's some things she needs to do to survive. And one is to find some shelter, and one is to find some allies. Now, she knows that the animals are afraid of her. So one way maybe to find allies or friends is maybe cover herself up so she doesn't look quite so scary, because she's all shiny and silvery. So she does that, and she kind of ends up looking like a stick insect because she puts branches and leaves on herself. And she eventually does make some friends with the animals. And as a matter of fact, one duckling, a baby duck who lost its mom, has imprinted itself on Roz and is convinced that Roz is her mom. So she is surviving fine on this island, but then always something happens. Her past, which is supposed to be her future in a factory, comes back to haunt her on that island. Read The Wild Robot.